So the key to this question is in reading it carefully. So the signpost is in miles. If you read it carefully, so I'm just going to label that miles. It says use a recognised conversion to find out what the minimum, and that's important, in kilometres. So we look at the signposts so we can pull out the key information. We've got the location is 18 miles. Now we want the minimum distance. So this is where you need to know your upper bounds and your lower bounds. So if we think about 80 miles, it could be 17.499999999, but we just round that to 17.5 using the lower bound. So now we know the lower bound, we need to calculate in kilometres 17.5. Now we know the conversion that for every 5 miles there are 8 kilometres. So we can use this fact to help us work out what 17.5 miles is worth. So if your times tables are good, if you know what 5 times something gets you to 17.5, you can just quickly multiply by 3.5. But that is only if you know what to multiply by. So 8 lots of 3.5, 8 times 3, and then 8 lots of a half. That's going to give you 28. However, if you didn't know that, there's an easier alternative method. Bit of patience. For every 5 miles you get 8 kilometres, so we know that 10 would be 16. Just double in equivalent ratios, follow the process down. 15 would be equal to 24. Then you get a bit stuck, you get to 17.5. We can use the fact that for every 5 miles is 8 kilometres, every 2.5 miles would be worth 4 kilometres. So we can use that to actually add on to the ratio that we got. So 15 miles plus 2.5 miles is 17.5 miles, and 2.5 miles was worth 4 kilometres. So we can add those together. 24 plus 4 is 28.